in this scenario, our character is happily tending their garden. Everything's been calm, so calm that they've got their phone turned off, they don't have a weather radio going, just everything is, peaches and roses and potatoes and tomatoes. They're out enjoying their garden, grid's up, so they raise what's fun, like the potatoes, and for the sour cream and the butter, they go to the store. Unless they leave their milk out too long, which that would actually be not taking very good care of your food, so it wouldn't really turn to sour cream that well without additional help. But otherwise, you go to your store for your sour cream. Anyway, so everything's very nice. Just playing around in the garden, working with the potato plants. And don't worry, if you know me, here I'm going to ruin this perfectly good day in this type of a scenario video. So just be patient. We're going to get to it. So on this nice day, tending to the soil, just you and nature. And then you look up, looking to see the sun shining through the clouds. But being that you're outside, you're still alert and aware of your surroundings. And you notice on the horizon that there is a column of smoke way out there, but still very wide. Nothing out there should be smoking like that. I mean, there's a little campground out there, but if someone's built a campfire that big, they really need to learn how to tone it down. This fire is probably miles wide, but also miles away as well. A long ways away. You cannot see the flames. It's just smoke coming up over the horizon, but definitely is not a normal occurrence. So how should we handle this situation? And a quick answer to the short answer to the question up on the slide right now is that's a bug out. That's what happens when you need to evacuate. It's a bug out. But this is a little bit more complicated because this isn't just a straight, this is more involved. And we'll go over that. So, the first step in this case here is, yes, I'm going to start getting intel right away. I'm going to work towards a stopping point, but while I'm working in that garden, I'm going to work my way to a stopping point. I'm not going to panic and run. That smoke column is way out there. I'm going to start getting intel on my situation as I can. If my phone is with me, if a radio is with me, I'm going to power that up. I'm going to look around, see if I see any neighbors out, see what they're doing, see if they seem like they're throwing everything in their car and running off or whatever the situation is. Once I reach a stopping point, then I'm going to go and actually try and find further intel. I'm going to make sure I get to my phone, start that. That would be my first step. And see if there's any emergency alerts that come up on that. I'm also going to turn on my weather radio, and then I'm going to go and look at the National Weather Service or whatever's available in your area. And I'm going to look for alerts in here. In this case, I just have an air quality alert. This is just a nearby spot that I knew would have an alert. Has had a lot of traffic. That's just because of traffic. But I'm going to look to see if they have any alerts on there, and that's going to give me a history information as well, because I want to know if they've posted an evacuation or anything about that, if there's anything that people are getting news about this, especially about an evacuation order. So I'm going to look for that. And then I will, as soon as I look for that and I don't see anything on there that is dealing with this evacuation for this pass, We don't see anything on there that is an evacuation. But I'm still going to ready my bug out gear, because if you know how I suggest in prepping in this wonderful peaches and roses environment, my bug out gear will be stored. It will not be staged. Which means I have a video on this. Certain items will not be in that bag. Things like food, valuables, dangerous things, things that require any type of maintenance, any of that type of stuff, But I'm going to go to my bug out bag, get that bug out grab list that I discussed in the other video, and I'm going to look for all those items and get them all together. I'm going to get that bag all the way up, and this is where there's two advantages to that stored versus staged condition here. While I'm bringing it up, it's all already stored, so it's already safe. It's going to be better maintained. Food isn't going to be going bad. But also, whenever I have a special situation like this, as I bring it to a staged condition, I can do so selectively and make it more custom. So things that I might not need for this situation, I'm looking at going out. This is a situation not where I'm running out to the wilderness forever. This is going to be going to a hotel, going to an evacuation shelter, or going to stay with family, something like that. I'm not going to need all of the wild and crazy stuff that might be in there. There are certain things I can cut out of there. I may still want them, but I can make that decision as I'm going through here and bringing that bag from a stored status to a staged status. But I'm going to bring all that up to a staged status, and I'm going to pack the vehicle. I'm going to inspect that vehicle. I'm going to pack that vehicle. I'm going to make sure that I know where the keys are. Everything's ready to go. That vehicle is ready. It's fully fueled. I'm going to ready all of my bug out gear. I'm going to bring everything that I can up to a stage status. And then with additional time that I would have, waiting to see if they come up with anything, I am going to plan my route and notify my endpoint. If I'm going to go stay with family, I'm going to notify them that, hey, this is a situation. I'm hoping to come to stay with you for a little bit. Don't just drop in. Make a hotel reservation. If I'm going to a hotel, notify the shelter if I'm going there, whatever the situation is. But I'm going to plan that route as well, and I'm going to make sure that I saw which direction the smoke was. And this could be for a fire, a hurricane, whatever the situation is. As soon as you look and you see something isn't right, you start to see that you might want to start getting better prepared. You're going to go through similar steps like this. But planning on what that would be like, planning to be moving away from that fire towards, and towards wherever you're planning on going, and notify that endpoint. And then once I'm done with all of that, I'm going to continue to work. But then I'm going to bug out whenever they tell you to have the order to get set to go, or the warning for the evacuation. Once they start sending that, I'm not going to wait for the actual evacuation order. I'm going to wait as soon as I see that I have, as soon as I need to go out, as soon as they're starting to tell everyone else to get ready, I'm going to move out. And the reason for that too is traffic. If you think rush hour is bad, you wait till you're going through evacuation traffic. You want to be ahead of everything else that's leaving, of everyone else, if you can. You want to get out of there. So as I'm going there and preparing my, bug out gear and all that, I'm also going to be preparing the property to be leaving it. Making sure everything's secured. I know where to secure it, whatever else it be. But I'm going to continue to work. I'm going to be kind of living out of the vehicle in a sense that everything's home will be there. I'll still sleep on a comfortable bed, but I would still, if I use something from the vehicle, I'm going to put it right back there. I may use the clothes from the vehicle possibly, unless I already have a separate set that's in the house. But I'm going to work out of that vehicle up until that time, and if that be days, whatever that be. But the idea is my work continues as normal up until I start to see that they're escalating it. And once they escalate it, then I'm out. I don't wait. Now, if I got the intel on the situation initially and there was already the warning posted, then I am going to finish up as quickly as I can on whatever work there is. I'm going to reach a quicker stopping point because I'm not planning on continuing to come back and work. I'm going to ready that bug out gear pretty quickly, probably not customizing it, just grabbing the things on the bug out grab list. Might even skip the planning of the route. I might just throw in unless I know, if I don't know anything about the route, that would be different. Then I would go ahead and look it over. But otherwise, I wouldn't do the extensive planning because I would rather make a wrong turn or two rather than deal with the heavy traffic. I want to be out of there quick. Notifying the endpoint, though, yes, I will want to figure out where I'm going and notify them at least. But hopefully I kind of know my area enough to be able to get away with minimal route planning. And there won't be any continuing of work. I'm going to secure everything and head out immediately in that situation. If I find out from the initial get intel on the situation that it is already been a warning issued to us, I would be out. So hopefully that helps. It's good to go over some of these scenarios because if you have already thought about what you're going to do in an emergency situation, it's easier to actually do it. So that's why I create these videos. Thank you for watching.